Okay, peeps, so quick tutorial on the wood grain for anybody who doesn't know how to do it in here, or they just use a different technique. This is how I do it. So what you'll need is your tumbler with a base coat of white spray paint. Some people use like light browns or like an off-white too, that works. You will need your paintbrushes. So I like to look for ones that have like a rougher like bristle, or I guess a thicker one. And then your alcohol inks. So you can use a couple different ones that are really good colors: brown, solid brown, vanilla, caramel, ginger, espresso. Someone listed one a minute ago in the group. It starts with a T. I can't remember the name of it. Those are good ones. And latte is a really good one. Or you can use a black and you'll have a cup like this. So that's really cool. I actually need to fix that spot. But yeah, so black. So all you have to do, first I'm gonna start by, once I use my paintbrushes, I just leave them like this. I never clean them out. So when I go to do a wood grain the next time, I just kind of like break up that crunchiness and then sweep away the dust. For this cup, I'm gonna use, if I can open it, espresso. And all I do is I create a line on the cup like that. Okay. And then instead of like using the tip, I use the side. So I'm going to side view it so you can see that I'm using the side and not just the tip of the paintbrush. And I just go all the way down. Sometimes I'll have like that random, you know, patch that I missed, and that's fine. And you just keep going in that pattern until it's dry. Rotate your cup. Okay. Boom. This literally takes me like maybe a total of 5 minutes, unless I've really screwed it up, which just happened. So yeah, you guys can see that. And you want to try and move as quickly as possible, because the wood grain does, or not the wood grain, the alcohol ink dries up very quickly. It can ruin the wood grain if you're not very quick with it. Also, if you leave like a spot, because the alcohol ink like evaporates or does whatever the hell that does, it creates like these random streaks and dots that you don't want. So for example, that black cup that I just showed you, the spot that I said that I need to fix, that was a prime example of, you know, something that, you know, you don't want, or if you left it too long, or if you went back and touched up another area, you know, those are all reasons for that. So just a quick once over. So one thing we were talking about earlier is like the peekaboos when you use when you do the wood grains. Peekaboos and wood grains go really super pretty together. I've seen some where someone has, like they use like a blue glitter on the bottom or as the base, and then they epoxy it, and then they spray everything white, or not everything. So they put their decals down and then they spray paint the entire cup white. Then they do their alcohol inks really quick, and then they peel up their vinyls. And that's how you do your peekaboos in that situation. It's very actually easy to see your vinyl or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Okay. So I know you're seeing like the bottom right now, you're probably thinking, ew, it's so ugly, you know. I just go in a swirl and I take my brush and I just kind of like rotate around and just kind of like touch up that the best I can. I paint right over those little black things that they have on the cups now. So you're seeing that. And then I just kind of like get the edges real quick. So you can see, boom. You don't want to touch this when it's wet because your fingerprints will get in that, so then you'll have really ugly spots. So I'm going to try and find like a spot that I don't like, maybe, and create a knot. I'm just going to go here. And all I do is I just go down, I let it sit for a second, and then I just go like this. And I just keep doing it. And eventually you'll get something like that. And you just keep working on it. I also hit it with the tip of the brush and brush it out as well. If I really don't like it, then I'll just quickly go over and move this back around long enough so that it doesn't like create that white random strip. And then you'll get areas like this where it's really like dark on the edge. Can you see? There you go. I guess my light is kind of hitting it weird, but you'll get like a dark edge, and that's okay because wood isn't consistent. Usually it's not consistent. So one thing that I have done to kind of like create a different type of technique or pattern, I guess, in the wood as well, is I've gone over a spot like a lot with alcohol ink, and I've just gone over it and over and over it, and it starts like, I wouldn't necessarily say clumping, but it starts creating like an edge like this. Let me turn that off. So it creates like a dark edge like that, and then it's like tacky almost. So I'll keep doing that in a particular spot, and what I'll do is I'll actually take a sanding block and I'll go over it just very, very lightly, and it creates more like dogwood like texture. So if you look up a dogwood tree in the bark, you'll see like these splotchies, you know, splotchy marks or whatever everywhere. So yeah, I will definitely continue, you know, doing that until I get like marks like that. And actually, if you guys look at my original bullet tumbler, you can see like spots like that. But yeah, that's literally all you do, and you just keep going until you get whatever it is, whatever look that you're looking for. And if you don't like something, obviously, you know, all it takes to get rid of it is adding more or straight up acetone that cup. So yeah, very easy, very quick, and that's it. Done.